Well, here we are at another abandoned mine. Me, Nick, and Tracy. There's a lot of cold air coming out of here, so that kind of suggests that there might be extensive workings with other openings to the outside. So let's go in here and check it out. Okay, I'm just sitting inside the portal, coming down this erosion pile, and that's the tunnel. It's a straight shot, and you can probably hear that airflow coming across the microphone. So there's the portal we just came through, and looks like it's a straight shot.
Cool.
I see daylight up here. There's some,
From that opening.
yeah, there's some daylight right up there.
Seeing daylight.
Don't know if that's coming out in the video, but there's a,
Oh yeah.
looks like there's a ladder. The ore cart tracks go that way, and this way too, but let's check out this branch where it's got the daylight. It must be a dead end.
I'm gonna wait here.
Here's a carbide can. They always look like that. Miners use carbide in their lamps. Might be a stope down there. Yeah, here's where the daylight was shining down. So this, oh yeah, you can see up there. Yep, that goes to the surface. Right up there. So we'll continue down this branching tunnel. The shaft to the outside is right behind me. And Nick has already explored this mine, so he's going to wait back at the junction. But he said this goes down pretty far. Some interesting rock layers there, all along here. Still have work cart tracks. Here's a nice straight section. Looks like a fault here on the left. This smooth surface. Usually the fault lines are smoother than that, but that looks pretty smooth. Of course, the pipes down here in the ground would have been for air and water to power the drills. And the tunnel makes a turn here to the right. You can see all the rock layers. Kind of interesting. Not sure why they tied that tree trunk there to the pipes. It's tied off with like metal wire. Kind of interesting. Still feel a lot of airflow. The big pipe here would have been ventilation tubing. They would have been pumping air into the back of the mine to keep the air circulated.
Well, they're dripping in.
So here's some flow stone that's forming on the ceiling. Just right here though, nowhere else. We are still going. Got a split here. There's the junction and the tracks. This would have been used to, when an ore cart was coming from this way towards us, that cart was coming the way we're going, they push a cart here so the carts could pass. That's all that was. The ventilation tubing is coming down. Here's a dugout, two little dugout spots. I see some sparkly stuff down in there, but someone was digging in there for something. just keeps going. This is a really long straight section. So we're still headed that way, but right here is a little dugout area next to the tracks. There's a timber in there, but I don't think that goes anywhere. But yeah, there's a piece of wood in there. Strange. Somebody was digging downward. Some kind of survey tag on that wooden wedge. Circular piece of metal. So we're still headed that way, but right here somebody was digging and exposed kind of a golden brown colored patch. Not sure what that is. Silver? I don't know. I think silver looks like that. I'm not sure. But anyway, keep going down this way. There's some sparkly stuff here. It's almost like crystals up in there, right here. I think people come in here, with their own tools and start, just for fun, they come in here and probably start to mine. That's what it looks like. Here's more of that golden brown colored, whatever that is. This just keeps going and going and going. Okay, approaching a major junction here. A Y split. That might be the end there. I'm not sure. There's a branching tunnel off to the left there as well. This is a major junction. Here is a tank, probably for the air, I'm thinking.
Looks like it's a water pipe.
Or water.
Yeah.
That's a water tank then. Yeah, and then some black hose here. And wow, that keeps going. It's a little damp in here, it seems, but let's go this way. We'll head down this way. So here's a branch to the left. Is that a dead end?
They both keep going.
Let's keep going straight. This might be the end up here.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Like it's the end of
I think it is the end. Yeah, so that faces out right there. Well, there's a raise going up here. It must go up into a large stope area. Yeah, it goes up. It turns vertical up there. But that's what that was. It used to be a ladder, but there's the ladder. It's in pieces. But the water pipe goes up there, so must be upper levels. But yeah, this stops right here. Let's go check out the other branch. And here's probably more of that ladder. It's all corroded. Look at this ceiling, how smooth it is.
Some nice crystals over here too.
More crystals. Yep. So we'll take this branch here. So above us is that open, or is that stope. So who knows what's down here? Could be another access point for that. Yep, here's the end. It faces out. Right there.
Coloration is very interesting.
It is. Yeah, it's like, I want to say iron, but
Yeah.
this valve handle is so corroded that part of it's missing. And we're going to continue down that junction where Tracy is. We haven't gone down there yet, so let's check it out. There's a metal ladder over there. Let me zoom in. Right there. And then Nick took a look down here. He said below the metal ladder is a wooden ladder. But we don't know how far down this goes. Here's another one of these timbers that's been wired to the ventilation tubing and the air and water line. This one's is still up in the air, you know, hasn't fallen down like the other one was. And we just were saying it feels like it's 40 degrees in here. Something like that.